Karl Marx, the influential philosopher and economist, has provided a wealth of thoughts and insights that resonate through history and continue to inspire discussions on politics, economics, and society. His writings advocate for the working class and critique capitalism's structure, highlighting issues of class struggle, alienation, and economic exploitation. Marx's emphasis on the material conditions affecting human life sheds light on the dynamics of power and wealth, urging a critical examination of how societal structures shape individual experiences. He believed that the struggles of the proletariat against the bourgeoisie would eventually lead to a revolution that would dismantle capitalist systems and replace them with a classless society. His assertion that the history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles captures his belief in the pivotal role of conflict in societal development. This view is nuanced by his analysis of how economic forces are intertwined with social relations, which he elaborates upon in works like The Communist Manifesto and Das Kapital. Through these texts, Marx illustrates how the capitalist mode of production leads to alienation, where workers become estranged from their labor, the products they create, and ultimately from themselves. Marx's critique extends to the political structures that uphold capitalism, asserting that the state often serves as a tool for the ruling class to maintain control and perpetuate inequality. He famously examined commodities, labor, and value, arguing that the labor theory of value elucidates the exploitation inherent in wage labor. Marx delineated the distinction between use value and exchange value, stressing that the true worth of goods is rooted in the labor invested in their production. This perspective invites deeper reflections on consumerism and the commodification of life under capitalism. His insights on ideology are equally significant, contending that dominant ideologies serve to mask and justify the realities of exploitation and inequality. He argued for a revolutionary consciousness that could unveil these deceptions and empower the working class to assert its rights and transform society. Marx's vision of a post-capitalist world is one where cooperation replaces competition, and human needs are prioritized over profit. In addition to his theoretical contributions, Marx's work emphasizes the importance of historical and social contexts, urging scholars and activists alike to consider the interplay of material conditions and human agency in shaping history. His legacy prompts ongoing debates about equality, justice, and the potential for systemic change, encouraging generations to challenge prevailing norms and envision alternative futures. Through his critical lens, Marx continues to inspire a diverse array of movements seeking greater equity and justice in a world still grappling with the persistent legacies of capitalism and class disparity. His call to action remains relevant as societies confront issues of oppression, inequality, and the quest for a sustainable and just world, offering both theoretical foundations and practical implications for those engaged in the struggle for social transformation. Karl Marx's writings encompass a vast range of topics, including economics, society, politics, and philosophy. His critiques of capitalism, historical materialism, and theories of class struggle have left a significant impact on various fields. In exploring the essence of his thoughts, one can find a multitude of reflections on human nature, the consequences of labor, the dynamics of power, and the transformation of society through revolutionary means. Marx emphasized the importance of understanding the historical context of societal developments, arguing that economic conditions shape consciousness and social relations. He famously noted that, "The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles," highlighting the ongoing conflicts between different social classes and the need for the working class to unite in pursuit of their own liberation. In his view, capitalism inevitably leads to exploitation and alienation, creating a world where labor is commodified, and individuals become mere cogs in the machine of production. He envisioned a future where the proletariat would rise against the bourgeoisie, abolishing private property and creating a classless society where the means of production are communally owned. Marx's vision was not merely theoretical. He believed in the power of collective action and emphasized the need for solidarity among workers to challenge the status quo. He articulated the idea that social relations are determined by economic conditions, famously asserting that, "It is not the consciousness of men that determines their existence, but their social existence that determines their consciousness." This dialectical relationship underscored his critique of ideology, suggesting that dominant ideas are often reflections of the ruling class's interests. Marx's concept of alienation depicted how workers become estranged from the products of their labor, leading to a sense of powerlessness and disconnection. He argued that true human fulfillment could only be achieved through self-actualization in a society where individuals are free to pursue their potential without being shackled by economic necessity. His work resonates with themes of justice, equality, and the struggle for human dignity, advocating for a system that prioritizes the collective good over individual profit. Through his analysis of capitalism's inherent contradictions, Marx aimed to unveil the unsustainable nature of a system that prioritizes profit over people. He warned against the dangers of unchecked economic power and the allure of consumerism, advocating for a critical consciousness that recognizes the realities of exploitation and oppression. He called for the working class to become aware of their own conditions, asserting that, "The emancipation of the working class must be achieved by the working class itself." Ultimately, Marx's legacy lies not only in his critique of capitalism but also in his vision for a more just and equitable society. His ideas continue to inspire movements for social change, reminding us of the importance of solidarity and collective action in the ongoing struggle for human rights and dignity across the globe. By challenging the status quo and envisioning a world free from exploitation, Marx's thoughts urge us to reflect on our own role within the broader tapestry of social relations and to strive towards a more humane and equitable future for all.